What's going on, guys? Matty Ice 292. Just making a quick video. I realized after looking through some of my videos that I really don't have much of an introduction, so people don't really know that much about me or who I am, and that's the purpose of this video right now. I guess first off, I'm 30 years old. I live in Wisconsin. It snows a lot and I hate it. So eventually, if I could possibly move down to Florida or Nevada or New Mexico or just someplace warm, I'll take it. I got 2 kids. Y'all know that though. And I've been in the hobby for probably a year, maybe. I mean, I've been interested in cards. I did collect cards when I was a kid, baseball and a little bit of basketball and things like that, but nothing real big. So I guess now that I got back into the hobby, I mean, I have a new appreciation for it, and I respect it a lot more than obviously when I was younger. And there's just so much to, think about and what you want to get and who you can go after, and there's a lot of questions when it comes to sports cards and collections and things like that. And it's being a part of the community can benefit a lot, because there's always people that make a lot of videos that are very informative and very helpful. And I guess the reason why I'm here is so that I can connect with people that have the same interest in the hobby that I do, and we can just share the same thing, the stories and the collections and just things like that. Also, I'm here because it's a great way not only to meet people that way, but it's a great way to meet friends. I mean, there's always contests that are going on. There's always, just the idea to spend some time, I guess, and make random videos and just, see what can happen because of those random videos, all the comments and, things that people will say and try to be a part of when you make videos on here. That was another reason why I decided to join YouTube when I did. And so far, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun. I actually, to me, I got a decent subscriber base as far as I'm concerned. I know that some of you could probably look at it and go, oh, he's only at 70 some or whatever. But for me, not really making that many videos and definitely not having the best collections and cards to show off, it's been a process, but it's a lot of fun to do, and I still enjoy doing it. So I'm happy with where things are, and I just hope that they can keep going up. Another thing is, I guess, my son's 10, and he's not really into cards. He's not really, he's into sports. He loves playing soccer. He loves playing basketball and baseball and things like that. But as far as the hobby itself goes, he just kind of looks at it like, well, that's your thing. I don't want to do that. I'd rather sit there and play Call of Duty and shoot zombies all day long. That's totally fine. It doesn't bother me at all. But I'm hoping that in my lifetime, one of my goals is to get a really decent collection, a collection that I can be proud of. New cards, autographs, vintage cards, just things like that, and just pass it down to him later on in life. I mean, one of the coolest things that I personally think about the hobby is the fact that you can collect things, as far back, if you look at baseball, as far back as 1919 and, the 1920s and 30s. And yeah, the cards aren't in the greatest condition, but still, just to hold on to something, to have something in your hands that's from that time gap, that generation, I mean, that to me, that's worth it right there too. And there's just so much history when you're talking about sports and different athletes and things like that. So one of my things is I'd like to get a pretty wide collection, a collection of things that I myself am interested in now, and then a hobby collection of sports and things like that. And in life, I'd like to just be able to know that it took me a lot of time and a lot of work, and we'll have to spend a great deal of time on it, but ultimately I'd like to be able to just pass it down to my son and give it to him and say, here, this is what I was into growing up, and this is what I like to do, and this is what I spent my time doing, rather than going out drinking all the time, or not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just there's better ways, in my opinion, to spend your time, and there's healthier ways to spend your time. So for me, it's just finding something that I could throw myself into and be a part of. That's what really got me going in the whole thing. And like I said, just the idea that in the future I can hopefully hand things down to him and say, here, this is, a Mickey Mantle rookie from this year, and here, this is, a LeBron James, patch or autograph from his rookie year, and, Kobe Bryant from 98, his rookies, and, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, pretty much anything that I can collect and I can get my hands on, vintage stuff. I'm all about that. I think that that's what makes the hobby the most fun, other than the friends and the people that you meet. So this has just been a video kind of explaining what I'm about and what I hope to accomplish and what I want to do with the hobby. I didn't want to just come on here and be like, oh, I got to get this card because of the value, and I got to get that card because of the value. I mean, to a point, value does have some merit to it, because for the amount of money that you do as a collector have to spend, you obviously want to try to get that big payoff when you're opening boxes or cases or anything like that. And I understand money is a factor of it, but for me, it's not a goal of, I have to get all these, high price things from Beckett, and I have to have all these, $100, multi-$100 cards and things like that. I can collect things that a lot of people would look at and probably go, well, what's he doing that for? There's no value to it. But to me, it's what I'm interested in and what I want to do. So there's so many ways you could go on here with the things you want to collect, and I'm just trying to find my niche and find exactly what I'm looking at and what I'm into. And the best part is I get to spend time on YouTube, and I get to share it with you guys. So I really appreciate that. And I gotta get going to work here in a little bit. But yeah, that's my video. And thanks for watching. And hopefully I'll have more coming. Thanks.